Greetings to my brothers and sisters all over the world. In this video, we will discuss about the word Trayim. Vedas and Hindu mythological scriptures are called Trayim. Let us know what this means and how the Vedas are a significant means of knowledge. Humans form three types of mental patterns. This leads us to three dimensions of knowledge. They are the intelligent quotient, the emotional quotient, and the spiritual quotient. Wisdom is the combined effect of all this knowledge. The intelligent quotient can be developed through formal education from schools and colleges. It helps in getting into a job or business. Emotional quotient is developed by studying and understanding human emotions. This cannot be learned from books. This is required to grow in career and live a happy life. The spiritual quotient can be developed by understanding the karmic cycle. One should look at life from the Lord's perspective. This can be developed by reading holy books like the Bible and the Bhagavad Gita. IQ helps in getting a seat in a good college or a job in a good company. But to acquire good social status and lead a happy life, you need both IQ and EQ. If you want to be contented in life and feel the divine bliss, you need SQ on top of IQ and EQ. How are Vedas or mythological scriptures of Sanatan Dharma a source for this holistic wisdom that is IQ plus EQ plus SQ? Let us take a story of origination of Ganga and examine all the three dimensions of knowledge embedded in it. Bhagiratha is a famous king from Ikshvaku dynasty. He is an able king and loved by his people. One day he learned about the death of his forefathers and that their last rites were not performed. He studied and understood the importance of last rites and inquired about the mitigation plan to save them. The scholars advised him that the only way to liberate the trapped souls of his ancestors is to flow the water of Ganga on their ashes. The only way to achieve it is by doing penance for bringing Ganga to earth. So, Bhagirath left his kingdom to do penance. Pleased with Bhagiratha's penance, Lord Brahma, the creator of this Brahmanda, approved to release Ganga from the sky. But he explained that as Ganga falls from the sky, its force will shatter the earth and will and kill all the life. So he advised Bhagiratha to do penance and please Lord Shiva for further help in this endeavor. Then Bhagiratha did penance again to please Lord Shiva. Pleased with Bhagiratha's penance, Lord Shiva offered help in bringing Ganga down to earth. He appeared in the avatar of Vyomakesha and asked Ganga to jump on his hair. Ganga was adamant and headstrong. She warned Vyomakesha that it is not that easy to withstand her momentum. Vyomakesha bent his knees, kept his hands on his hip, spread his hair all over the sky, and signaled Ganga to jump. Ganga jumped. Vyomakesha absorbed all Ganga's momentum with his long, ubiquitous hair and slowly let her down to earth. This story teaches us about the scientific concept behind the terminal velocity of the raindrop. All raindrops leave the cloud with zero velocity, but as they travel down, they gather momentum and hit the ground like a tracer bullet. The momentum can be so high that it can penetrate the skull, but that doesn't happen. After leaving the cloud, the raindrop gains velocity up to 9 meters per second initially, but after that, the air resistance prevents the drop from gaining further speed. As a result, the raindrop travels down with a constant speed of 9 meters per second and hits the ground. Vyoma means sky and Kesha means hair. Technical interpretation of Vyomakesh is that God spread the atmosphere in the sky to prevent the raindrop from accelerating to speed that is unsustainable for beings on the earth. This story teaches us about human values and family commitments. Before leaving for penance, Bhagirath was a happy and able king. He was loved by his people. Those forefathers who did not get proper last rites were 3 4 generations before Bhagiratha. He could have ignored it and happily lived like a king. But when he learnt about the importance of the last rites, he felt very sorry for the plight of the departed souls of his forefathers that were stuck in limbo. So he resolved to end their plight by doing penance. This teaches us about the duties and responsibilities of the head of the family towards his family members. This story gives out an example of how the divine scheme of things unfurl and bequeath fame and glory to those who stick to dharma and devotion. Bhagiratha knew nothing about Ganga, Lord Brahma, or Vyomakesh when he left the kingdom to do penance. All he knew was that he had to do penance to please Brahma. He was confident about the gurus who taught him the process of penance and his ability to do it. He ventured on such a task with sheer trust on God and his gurus. He pleased Lord Brahma after a long enduring penance, but his ultimate motive was still not achieved. Lord Brahma advised him to do penance again. One could have felt lost and quit in despair at this moment because enduring the hardships of penance again is not an easy thing to do. But Bhagiratha persisted. With undoubted trust on God, he did penance again. He then achieved glorious results that made him popular forever. So, in summary, IQ intelligence quotient, EQ emotional quotient, and SQ spiritual quotient are the three dimensions of knowledge. To succeed in all three quarters of life, one must develop IQ, EQ, and SQ. Conventional education systems are quite good for developing IQ, but they are not so good for developing EQ and SQ. Stories in various Hindu Puranas help in developing all three aspects of knowledge. That is why they are called Trayim. So, for 360-degree development, children must learn Hindu Puranas along with their Vedic with their textbooks. I hope you've learned something important and interesting in this video. To know more, please read my book Playing the Vallaki. The description has the link for the book. I wish you have a good time until we meet again. Thanks for watching. Please note, in this video, we took some excerpts from the story of Gangavataranam from Ramayana. Our intention is to explain how Vedic education can help you develop all the three aspects of knowledge. This is neither a complete representation nor an exhaustive explanation of the story of Ganga Avataranam.